All right, from Justin to Cully, it is September 14th. Justin is back. Welcome back, my friend.
Thank you very much.
It was not easy. Not that obviously this should be the least of your concerns. The wrap-up show just taking heat left and right from Kirk, from fans. I mean, the wrap-up show just getting the bag beat out of it.
Oh yeah, a little bit was. It was mentioned a little bit on the show today.
Yes.
I know, because I was surprised. Like one of the first things you say to me is like, "I have this new idea. Like we got to change up."
Let's not treat it like it was the biggest. It was just a casual. Like, what do you think? Yeah. It was casual. I don't know. I want it to be unique and different, and I wish we had more behind the scenes stuff to offer with it, as opposed to just, oh, hey, here's what Kirk and Mike and Chris talked about that day. You know what I mean? Like, I want some kind of more unique aspect to it. And calls, I get that it's not innovative, but it was different.
I get it, but if there was like, it would work well.
I get the literal aspect
in here.
No, I get, but I get the literal aspect of the people not like listening to the show. I knew that going into telling you the idea. It was more of just all right, well, maybe they would still just talk about whatever they're seeing on Twitter or World. So either way, you and I, let's try to think outside the box to spice it up a little bit. Is that fair?
Will do.
All right, there we go. All right, so today's show, obviously the biggest one, Justin, going into today, we haven't seen you in. It's got to be just a little under a month, right?
I believe so. I believe it was the 16th.
Yep. So you talked about it on the show, but first and foremost, how are you feeling?
Feeling all right. We're working on it.
Yep.
So, it's a process.
It's a process. So what were your expectations going into just walking in the building today? Obviously, you picked up Mike on your way here, kind of got back to normalcy, right? Like right out the gate, you went and grabbed Mike, then come in here. What were your expectations for the show?
I knew I was going to take some shit about the Sacco stuff.
Yep.
I knew that was going to be, but power through it. And I fucked up. Like if Kirk came in here, I was like, yeah, I mean, then when you said like we're not doing YouTube anymore, I was like, oh shit, like do I have a space here? I mean, Kirk says he'll keep having me in, but if he said, there's really not a spot for you.
Yep.
I mean, if you just pack up your things and thanks for the 2 years and everything like that, I would have been perfectly. You wouldn't have seen any like fight out of me or any tears or anything like that.
But you brought up on the show too, it's probably also timed with what you're going through behind the scenes, right? Like it's not, I think if that just happened, I don't know, out of the blue, he cuts YouTube, I think you'd put up more of a fight in trying to say, okay, what's my defined role on this show if I don't have YouTube, right? Like there's stuff going on behind the scenes that's
probably,
making
yeah. I mean, well, my
yeah.
biggest concern right now is staying alive. So I'm just been,
Yep.
that was my biggest concern this past month. So, but yeah, we're working on it.
How does this, I mean, clearly, when you leave the show, we were talking about, it's the show's impact on you and your health. I don't know if you want to go into this too much, but like we didn't ask about that today. Does the show impact you in any way? Are they completely separate now that you've been away a month? Is there?
Oh, I have nothing but positive. Like people think like the show is what can cause like my mental health to deteriorate, and that's not true at all. My mental health was very bad way before the Kirk Minahan show.
Yep.
So I just want to get that straight. I did not listen to. I know Kirk kind of sounded a little bit surprised when he said that I did not listen to any of the show when I was gone, or that I was on Twitter. I did listen to the first like 5 minutes, I think, of the first episode. I was gone.
Yep.
And then I was like, yeah, I think it's just best if I just, instead of having like 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Took a break.
It just kind of, took a break.
Yep.
So.
And then we got in touch because of the Sacco kind of debacle a little bit.
I mean, that was unexpected.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my biggest takeaway from today is that Kirk seems more disappointed, or upset that I'm trying to push the blame onto the foods vendor guy. And I didn't get that from my conversations with like you over the past month, or like Mike said when I called him, I was very upset.
It seems like a massive failure on John. And like I said, and I told you, take more time if you want. I respect that. But if you're here, and you got to face the music. So I don't know what, like if you're me, Justin, like what would you do with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably get rid of me if I was in your position.
Okay.
So, I mean,
he's kind of calling you a pussy now.
I mean, is that what you want?
No.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you want to, that's okay. Like, you're a grown man. You can go do another job. Maybe this job's not for you. I'm just trying to figure out what we're going to do with you now. I don't know.
No, I mean...
Like, obviously, we're never going to use you in any role, like putting together a live show or anything. That's out.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm definitely remorseful about it. I will say, I'd be lying if I said my feelings were not what Kirk said when he said like, oh, Justin's trying to like push the blame. That's definitely something I got to work on, and I will. But it's But yeah, no. So that was the biggest.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I've dealt with you long enough. I actually, I've filled you in on something personal, and you've checked in on it. Even during your mental health leave, I believe you checked in on it with me. And, like, I feel like I'm getting to know you personally a little bit more. I know we were saying, do you regret is we both have them in this situation, but like, I don't need a person to apologize to me because I know where they're coming from. I could sense it with you. Hopefully we both are learning from that. I mean, you didn't listen to the show, but there was a lot of aspects where everybody involved took blame. Like legitimately everybody involved took blame. We are both very fortunate to work with somebody who was saying, okay, well, now we need to rectify the situation. And he did it very quickly. And the fans of all, they stepped up to help us rectify that situation very quickly. The thing's damn near sold out at this point. So obviously, we wish it didn't happen, but we're turning it into a positive, and you learn from it. That's all you can do, really, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I keep saying, literally, this has been going on for 4 weeks, and just keep saying the same thing. So it is what it is, and obviously, I get the reaction. We wanted to get your reaction from the Saco event, but you're probably still, it's your first day back. You haven't been listening. You're still kind of processing the whole situation anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and listen to a couple episodes
Yep.
A day just to kind of catch up.
Get a vibe.
So.
All right, cool. So what else? Actually, big news today. We had a guest that we have never,
very exciting.
Very exciting news that has never been on the show before. Bob Murchison on the phone today.
I was trying to think. I don't believe he's ever been on the show.
Yes, I did not think that was coming. I thought that would be like I don't know who I thought it would be, but I didn't think he was sending me Murchison's number.
I just love it how old people answer the phone. How they answer it with their name.
Yeah.
They don't answer it with like hello.
Yes. Not that I would have answered during the show, but I got like 5 phone calls from numbers I didn't recognize that I never would have fucking touched during today's show. It is amazing that people still answer the phone like that. But Kirk called him up because it appears sources are indicating that there might be some real estate on the market in his area, specifically his home, and
big house for one person.
A big house for one person, but maybe the perfect house for a new museum. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would definitely be interesting to have kind of like a KMS. I don't want to say frat house, but like kind of like a museum sort of thing where there's different. There could be different rooms in regards to like Madawaska. There could be a Steve room, a Cullinan room. I don't know. There could be a whole bunch of different things. But I do think it would be kind of like, we're gonna give them asking price for this house. I kind of like my idea of buying like a house nearby and just tanking the property value.
Well, you could do that as well. You could do that. I mean, listen, I have faith in the Minifans, but I don't know. Do you think we can raise, what did we say, $2.3 million?
I think it was like 2.3, 2.6.
I don't know though. Maybe these like big houses. Listen, I've been out of the real estate game a little bit. I said it'd go over asking, but that's so high.
I was looking at like comparable houses in Sherborne too.
Yeah. Yep.
And like that's high even for like Sherborne.
Yeah. I got to do some digging on this one because this is one where you put on, it's not on the market in the sense of it's going to be on Zillow, but it's out there to the rich people.
We are just going all of this based off of a John Featherston tweet that we could have taken out of context.
That is true. Yeah. That Mike just brought up randomly during the show. I didn't even see it. So yeah, so we'll check it out. But listen, it looks like a nice property. Looks like it could be a great place for a museum. So we'll get working on not just an offer for Mr. Murchison, but just also fundraising so we can be able to execute on the offer that we plan to give him. So
I have a food guy who can handle the
oh, you do?
The food for the museum.
There you go. Perfect. I think we both know a guy, but unfortunately we're never calling that guy again, I don't think. So, all right. What else came on the show? It was actually kind of a hodgepodge of topics after that. We talked a little bit about the Met Gala. Kirk actually shocking. I thought he would have gone in on not that he's super like political with shit anymore, but I thought he would have gone in on hating AOC's outfit from the event.
No, I think his take, I would have predicted his take of, I mean, she's going to an event for rich people. She got the ticket for free. I looked it up and did it say that? All New York City representatives are available to go for free because they represent. So she got a ticket for free. She had a dress donated. Like, why not go there and kind of like punch these people in the face and say like, hey, tax the rich, haha. Yep. Which I think is more phony is all the celebrities who were there who are like, oh yes, she completely slayed. Well, it's like, well, pay more taxes then.
Yes, yeah. I do like that we didn't bring it. We didn't tie it into the they weren't masked or anything like that. I don't need mask. Yeah. We're so done with the fucking mask talk and all that.
We're not done yet. According to the Wilbur, we will be masked up.
That is true. That was actually a great find by you because I saw that Ziggy. Obviously, I saw the Ziggy tweet we talk about on the show, but then it's up to the event. That's interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I saw like I think it was called like.
So that makes sense why all these
Girls
people, by the
Night
way.
and
the
Biglia.
Girls Eat Free or whatever. Girls Gotta Eat or something like that. Yeah.
A couple of those things.
Yes.
They have vaccine requirements.
Yes. So that's probably why, like, the Patton Oswald, is it Oswald or Oswald? I can't remember. Oswald, I believe. And the Jim Brewers of the world are making statements individually because they have to, as an act, they have to dictate to their audience what. So that makes sense now why that's coming out. So that was a good find by you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we, besides that, took some phone calls, had a joke that Kirk just did not want to help that caller out with. That was pretty funny to me, by the way.
Pirate one?
Yeah, the pirate call.
I think it was.
What do you think the punchline to that was?
I don't, because we all knew that he wanted us to say R.
Yes. I don't know. Why was Mike saying, or were you saying C? Or
I
Mike?
said C because like the 7 C's.
Yes. Oh, that's true. Yes,
so I thought, kind of hit him with the, wasn't expecting that.
Yes.
But no, it looks like the pirate will need to call back and hopefully get Kirk to fall for it.
Yes. All right. So any other behind the scenes stuff that we missed that Kirk tweeted out just now? Very odd show today. I would say today was an odd show. You knew it was going to have like a different atmosphere to it with you coming in and, there's kind of two sides of it. It's Sacco and it's the mental health side. So you knew it was going to be a different show. Would you classify today as an odd show? Yeah. It is weird to go from that and then calling Bob Murchison very quickly.
Yeah, I would say it was an odd. I mean, there's a whole bunch. I mean, you go from talking about Jerry to talking about Bob Murchison to talking about Sacco to just all this, and then you get the random nonsense at the end where people calling in. You got someone talking about the Grateful Dead.
Yes.
And I will say, though, it sounds like there was no way I could ever see Kirk going on like a boys' trip.
That was a good question. That was a good question. And that transpired. That went into me then. I guess somehow Mike brought in like all the different high school names that Kirk has brought out. Did you get where I was going with that, by the way, of like when you kind of have a little celebrity status, you're willing to just like reach out to random people that maybe you wouldn't before. Is that fair?
I guess. I don't think Kirk's like, Deborah's going to answer because I'm Kirk Minahan.
Yes. No, I don't think there's ego on Kirk. I just think like innately it's just kind of there. Like it's okay because that person's definitely going to remember me because not only did I go to high school with them, they'll remember. It's another level where I'm kind of known in the area. I'm not calling it ego. I'm just saying it's kind of like there. It's just there.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure exactly how many people he went to high school with are entrenched in the Kirk Minahan show world that he wouldn't have already known.
Yeah, he has mentioned a decent amount of names though. When you were out, I think he mentioned a neighbor who he claimed got him to become a Yankees fan, and then that person claimed that Kirk got him to become a Yankees fan. It was just I don't know. I just feel like he has referenced a decent amount of people, which is fine. Hey, he's a local celebrity. It's fine. So, all right. Anything else you want to say to just wrap it up or tie it in a bow and get out of here?
Do you think Kirk's saying yes to this? If he did 1-on-1 basketball to 21, who wins? I
don't love that. I don't love the 1-on-1. I can't remember the last time I played 1-on-1. I bet he wins. I was more thinking a lot, like I was trying to bring up basketball because I know he played. I know he like can shoot around and shit like that. I was more thinking of the horses of the world, the 21s of the world. More of the shot versus like the hustle of the 1-on-1. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was thinking in my brain. I have not played 1-on-1 in I can't even remember. Probably versus my dad 15 years ago, for Christ's sake. So I would say I would put up a fight. Maybe he'd win. I don't know. That's just a tough one because it's like it was so outside of where I was going with it. But I actually think if we were to play like if we were to play horse 21, I'd beat him. I'd take that. Yeah. And I wasn't trying to like make that a tennis match thing, but it was just like in my brain, I was just thinking, I'll put up a fight. I played basketball recreationally. I wasn't like good or anything like that, but I think I could shoot the ball, I don't know.
Yeah.
So you're like you would prefer a 1-on-1 style in that atmosphere.
Me personally, I can't. If we're playing 1-on-1, I'll be out of breath in 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's to see who's the better baller. It's definitely 1-on-1.
I don't know. That's a tough one. He's older than me. I guess I might even start working on my 1-on-1 skills just in case, just to see, because it's just like a weird thought to me for some reason. Just in case he shows
up at your doorstep one day.
Just in case, maybe we're at something doing a live event. Maybe there's a basketball court right in front of the senior center at the Colin Ritzer 5K. Which, by the way, this is a nice little segue here. You can still register to run. I do not believe you can join our team at this point, but you can register to run. Support the cause. Either way, if you support the cause, I'm sure Kirk will be fine with you showing up and listening to him and Jerry after the run there. So That will be Sunday morning. I believe we said get there around 8:30-ish. We're going to be giving away everything at our tent in front of the Senior Center in Andover there. So an email will go out to our entire team either tonight or tomorrow. Just to update you. We're kind of coordinating that with the organization there. So yeah, you'll get more details there if you've registered to run for the 5K on Sunday. All right, cool. So we are back. Today's Tuesday, a little different schedule. Again, obviously last week was a different schedule. This week is a different schedule. It is Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow on Wednesday for a wrap up and the main show, KMS. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. All right.
Bye.